Welcome to my YouTube channel 5.0. Thanks much on continuously watching my videos and patronizing and viewing and giving your comments, likes, and also suggestions for improvement. As you all know, we have been doing this video series for a while, and I almost completed 32 videos on different series, starting with marketing, then marketing strategy, cleared or explained series, then we have a technology in marketing series, then we have a marketing innovation series. And recently we started a new series on know your consumer. And we have seen videos about know your consumer and know your consumer psyche. Today we discuss about know your consumer involvement. So how a consumer will normally decide on selecting a product and how well the consumer involved when they are going for identifying a specific product for buying or services. So as you see here actually in this slide, it shows very clearly, because the consumer normally involved with the products depends on two aspects. One is investment and involvement. So the investment is something that the money the consumer will pay for a specific product or services. Based on that, actually their involvement, the time they will take to involve in deciding on the specific product or services. So in this short, today we will see how a consumer will decide on a specific product or services, how we can classify the products or services based on the involvement and investment. So this will give an idea to a company to assess the involvement of consumer, the behavior of consumer while they are focusing on selecting a specific product or services. So there are two very important aspects, the investment and involvement. So let us start with the first type of products or services. We call it as a low involvement products or services. So when we talk about low involvement products and services, normally the low involvement product services incurs low investment, the low value products. Say example, when you're buying a juice, when you're going for buying a vegetables. So those kind of a products where the consumers will not think a lot. So they will immediately make a decision and go for a buying. So the process which consumer go for when they are going for these low involvement products starts with the action when the consumer going for first buy the product, then they use the product, they learn and evaluate. Okay, so after they buy the product and they use it, they evaluate the positive or negatives of the product. If it is positive, they will continue go for a specific brand or a product or a stores, and if it is negative, they will switch. So the direction here is a cue is the easy to exit when it is a low value product. So the consumer can easily exit. So the consumer will not think a lot here. They will not involve much. So they will directly go for a purchase. So because if they don't like it, they can exit and they go for a alternative brand or a product or service. When you come to the next level, we call it as a medium involvement product or services. So medium involvement products or services, mostly we talk about the lifestyle products, the semi-durable products. So those kind of a products, nowadays perfumes or clothes. So those kind of a thing, normally consumer will actually go for impulse purchase whenever we visit malls or other places. So normally we have the credit card and other things, the money power, buying power, and also it is desired actually influenced by the desire. So that leads to impulse purchase. So you may go to a mall or you may go to a shopping the complexes. So where you may not have an idea to buy a specific product, but when you go there and you see something and you already have the money power and suddenly you have the desire and you go for buying that particular product. So here also the consumer will go for starts with the purchase, the action, then they will learn and they will evaluate. If it is disastrous and found cheated, they will move, and if it is convinced, they keep on going for and becoming a brand referee. So here, if you see the reaction of consumer is bit extreme, because the most of the products which are medium involvement, they use for themselves is a personal care products, lifestyle products. So so they are emotionally attached with it. So in that case, the company needs to be very careful what kind of the products or services they are offering. So it includes the beauty salon and those kind of a thing where the consumer do the kind of take care of themselves using a personal care, self care treatment. So there, the company needs to be very careful in offering. So if the consumers are not very happy, it leads to disastrous result, and the consumer become a bad word of mouth. And if they are positive, and it's become a brand free and good word of mouth. So this is what actually we see here in this medium involvement product and services. So the cue to market here is they emotionally attached. That's why they have to be very careful. The last aspect is that the high involvement products, services, where you say when the consumers are paying more money, the more investment. So they take more time to buy the product or services. Like if you're going for joining a new program for your upliftment, for your upgrading yourself, or you are buying a car or a houses, where the consumer will actually take a lot of time to think and buy the product because of higher value of the product and the higher shelf life. The purchase frequency also low, but when you're going for a low involvement, medium involvement purchase frequency is normally higher, and the frequency purchase also higher, and shelf life is normally the relatively lower as compared to the high involvement product. So the queue here is a difficult exit due to high value. So if they don't like the product, actually they can't sell it immediately. If they don't like the program, they can't come out. So they will lose the time and value here. So this is where you see the consumer involvement is very important. So the company needs to understand the involvement of consumer with reference to buying a product or a service, which is very imperative. And the consumer normally makes these decisions based on the investment and involvement, which we should understand. So that is where the company needs to be focusing on understanding the behavior of consumers and also the involvement they show while they are buying the product. So once again, thanks much on watching my YouTube channel Marketing 5.0, and please keep watching and subscribe to my channel for instant alerts and share with your network. Thank you very much.